Google Calendars are more exciting. You can share your calendar. You can make it public. You can invite people to your events, and this is great for event marketing. There's Gmail integration. A lot of people are using Gmail, so that's a plus there. If you make your calendar public, it's searchable through Google. So if somebody searches for Twin Cities nonprofit events, they can find it through Google and then add that event to their calendar. And you can get SMS, text message reminders, and notifications. It's RSS enabled, so people can subscribe to it for RSS. And you can have badges too. It offers code, so you can place it on your blog or your website, and people can see your calendar and add your events to it. You can save individual events or a whole calendar, and you can set it so calendar invitees, people you invite, can invite others. So it's sort of a viral marketing tool in that regard. So yeah, if you have ongoing events, this is a great way of promoting.
So we're using it now with the sesquicentennial, and it's a little blank right now because the sesquicentennial really is 2008, but we've already started adding some of the items. And it was that the ability for the widgets or the badges that really interested us, because we would like, it's a nonprofit effort, we'd like for all the historical societies in Minnesota to subscribe to the feeds. It's an easy way for them to keep track of the events that are happening throughout the state. And there are things, as I'm using it for this purpose, there are things that I don't love about it, but there are things that I think, oh, this could make it so powerful, because then people can help us get the word out about all of these organizations. The first and foremost reason we chose it, cost. Funny, it's free. So that was one of the things. And I have to say, I've worked with a number of different calendar programs that are quite expensive, and I don't love them either. I mean, there's always something, but I think if you start from the nonprofit perspective, if you're starting with it being free, that's a big plus. Big plus. One of the things issues that we're having right now is having people letting anybody submit an event. It's been a little problematic, but we've got a few months before it's really going to be used, so we're ironing some of these things out. It's worked quite well. The other thing that we use on that side, and the sesquicentennial, it's not necessarily going to be a techie crowd looking at those events. So one of the things that we've added with FeedBurner, and a FeedBurner is a free tool, freeburner.com, where you can build RSS feeds. The other thing that they'll do is they will kind of convert the RSS feeds to email messages. So people can sign up to get an email message of that RSS feed rather than having to get a topic. So I think it's a good way to get to people who are more comfortable with using email. And right now I think we're very, very much in the two worlds, where many people use email, many people use the RSS feeds.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people who are using RSS that they don't know that they're using it.
Yeah.
The organization I work for, Arts Midwest, they help with this Shakespeare in American Communities event, it's a granting program for the NEA. And our webmaster recently set up calendars on Google Calendar, because at first she was responsible for updating over 150 communities' calendars. And she's like, I've got to make a way so each community can update their own calendar. And so that's been quite successful. It's taken a big load off of her hands. And then there's like blogs and other things, or comments and things so it's added kind of more conversations and stuff for and sharing for each community that has been awarded a grant and is doing different events with Shakespeare.
That's great. That's great. My husband he teaches English, and so he would be that crowd. And I have to say, for him to take advantage of that, I bet they learn a lot from each other. He knows Shakespeare forwards and backwards. He's brilliant. He wouldn't know that you would have to reserve a room for your event. So I think that people can learn so much from each other, and then you kind of get to know each other. I think it's a great way to do that. It's great. And what I think is so often, it's that I can't update 150 things. It's that kind of gets you in the door, and then you realize all the other benefits from it. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And those benefits are going to grow and grow as more people learn that they can do this. And I just think it's...
So where Google Calendar is a function for creating calendar, Upcoming is a place to share your events. Upcoming.org, it is open source calendar basically. You can post your own events, and other people can find out about them through Upcoming. It's got shared online calendars. There's badges, so you can basically get the code to have your events or events that you are tracking updated on your website through this code. People can comment on the events. You can see how many people are planning on attending. You can set up groups. There's the conversation thing going on, and then you can tag your events as well. Primarily the Twin Cities area. There's a lot of arts events. There's a lot of music. There's a lot of First Ave type stuff. But it's another way of doing event marketing, getting your events exposed to larger audience.
Okay, I have to say, when I looked at that, it's like, oh, that is a stalker's delight. And maybe in a good way.
That's
maybe you can
MySpace.
find out maybe you can find out where your boss is going to, your future boss is going to be. You can run into him. And then my sad thing, Upcoming has no users in Dublin. Sad for me, because I am moving to Dublin next school year. I'm like, oh, my one way to meet friends. Oh. Although, work kids. Friends don't fit in. So that's.